שולח לכם את אליה הנביא. הנה אנוכי שולח לכם את אליה הנביא. את אליה שולח לכם את אליה הנביא. הנה אנוכי שולח לכם את אליה הנביא. את אליה
Single Network, usually when we conduct a live lunch, we actually have lunch. This time we're doing it, and we're having some amazing wine. And I thank everybody here at the Psagot Winery, which we're highly recommending. I told you it's going to be the most talked about show of the week. Watch. And we're with Nefesh Nefesh this week. You think they'd be the big story, you know what I mean? All right, we're here with Eli Sales, with Yaakov Uriah. and we're talking about wine. Eli, everything, Yaakov doing a good job so far on the tasting? He's doing, oh, sorry about that. There you go.
Fantastic.
He's doing a good job.
Yes.
And now it's time for another pairing. Very, very interesting, by the way, and I'm being serious for a moment. We have had wine sommeliers that have insisted that we do wine pairings, but their definition of pairing was to actually have a wine with a specific type of food. This is the first time that I've been involved in a wine taste test. I can stop right there. I've been involved in a wine taste test that there was comparative tasting. Is this a Psagot custom, or is this happening all around the world as we speak?
This is happening all around the world, and this is not pairing. This is comparing.
Comparing, right? Nice. Tweet that out, Mrs. Wallach. All right, which one do we go for first?
First of all, you hold both of them in your hands.
Oh, come on.
And look at the color. Look at a
I
white
gotta
background.
do that?
Yeah.
I'm being quizzed on this part or not?
Mm-hmm.
Which way am I holding? Like
on
this?
the background of a white background over your white paper. What do you see the difference in the color?
Okay, give me a second on this.
Mm-hmm.
Because initially I don't see any difference, but here, I'm now going to venture a guess. You ready? It is lighter on the right side.
Oh, very good.
Thank you. Thank you. I got it right. And why is the wine on the white lighter? Or should I now go with the theory you just told us about the length of time that the grapes had something to do with it?
It's a little more complex.
Go ahead. I tried. Go ahead.
This comparison, what we're doing here, is a component as opposed to the final product of a blend. Okay, on your right you have a Cabernet Franc, which is a component of the Edom on your left. Edom has other varietals like Petit Verdot and Cabernet Sauvignon, which gives it body and
Some
color.
of it's in here. All of it's in here. Right?
Yeah.
That's your point.
That's right.
Simple as that.
Now, one of the big...
I've got a partial wine on the right side. I got the full wine on the left side. All right, so this one on the right is the same Cabernet Franc that we had earlier.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, you asked before about the Psagotish kind of wine, or for that matter, any kind of winery.
Right, using Psagot as an adjective.
Every kind of winery will have its style of blends. Because there's one guy in the background making the blends, and his understanding or approach will come through.
Yeah, his
Signature.
His signature is all over it, right?
Now, on your left, you just have to compare them. To start with your right side, with the Cabernet Franc, which you already tasted before.
All right, a little bit more.
A little herbaceousness. Don't forget to smell it. Big part of the appreciation is the aroma. Now go to your left.
This is the one I called...
Salty.
This is the one I called salty, right? I still believe that. I've had it again now, and I still said it. Okay. Now we go to the
Edom.
This is, remember, I remind you that the Edom, when we initially started our conversation with Eli, was cited, if there was one, this is the wine that has propelled Psagot to a different type of level. This is the one that, if you'd have to cite the powerhouse in the winery, this would be the one.
That is true.
It's a good glass of wine.
Well, that's a rave review there, boss.
That is one good glass of wine. Now, I don't know if you're going to like this or not. Do you know what I really like about this wine?
Tell me.
There is a tinge of a sweet aftertaste. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Those last few drops of the sip of wine leave you with leave me, a Swedish guy, S-W-E-E-T, a Swedish wine guy with a sweet taste.
A good wine that was not ruined in the production will be fruity. And that fruity a lot of times is filled as sweetie. It's not really sweet.
Right.
It's a
Sweet's
completely
the
dry
wrong word.
wine.
Maybe it's because I expected that it would be harsh because, us novice wine drinkers think, everything's going to is going to taste like something we don't like.
And what I told you before about context, that sweetness together with the right food, even somebody that likes dessert wines will appreciate it.
All right, so Edom, pair it with, what are we pairing it with?
Red meat.
That's it, with the steak. This is the steak wine.
It would go good with lamb.
Sneak a bottle of this stuff out of here. We'll go to a shawarma place later. All right, we'll go to a steak place. I know, we'll go to a real steak place.
By the way, it would clash with shawarma because of the spices of the shawarma.
Well, what wine on the table would work with shawarma?
The Cabernet Franc.
Really?
The herbaceousness will work better.
Okay, grab one of those also. You don't know which restaurant we're going to be ending up in tonight. All right, so there you go. That is the Edom, EDOM. Highly recommended. Goes with a whole bunch of great stuff, including some delicious meats and stews. And you even have on here robust pasta dishes. They would also be something that this would pair well with. Edom from Psagot is unabashedly the winery's premier red wine, featuring a Bordeaux blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Petit Verdot, Cabernet Franc, and Merlot. It's all together in one amazing bottle, and you can check it out. Again, it's EDOM Edom. Coming up, we're moving into what category?
Sweets.
We're going to do the sweet wines?
Oh, yes.
Whew. Thank goodness. Sweet wines are coming up. We're talking about Psagot Winery on an adventurous visit to Israel right here at the Nachum Segal Network. Keep it where you got it, everybody. jmnam.org, NachumSegal.com. As we continue this adventure in the Psagot Winery, we have a whole host of delicious wines and an incredible array of fantastic offerings, which you should go ahead and check out, whether you do so on your own through your retailer or by coming right here to the Psagot Winery in Israel. You'll like the visitor center. You'll love the tasting bar. You'll love all the accessories and great gifts that are available that you can bring back with you. And you'll love visiting this region of Israel, a region that is so important to Jewish history and that continues to be in the present and future a very important part of Jewish destiny. More coming up at the Nachum Segal Network.
Sosin leirecho ayutze michasken David avdecho simcholi atzecho sosin leirecho ayutze michasken David avdecho simcholi atzecho sosin leirecho ayutze michasken David avdecho simcholi atzecho sosin leirecho ayutze michasken David avdecho חסנר בן ישי משיחך סוסים ושמחו אין מוצבו תוינו מקלזים לו תוינו מקלזים לו סוסים ושמחו אין מוצבו תוינו מקלזים לו תוינו מקלזים לו סוסים ושמחו אין מוצבו תוינו מקלזים
right, we've had some amazing wines at the Psagot Winery so far, and more coming up as we start to wrap things up here, but not before dessert. We don't wrap things up before dessert here at the Nachum Segal Network. We make sure to have dessert and enjoy some great wine.
Why not?
I want to point out again that there are some amazing things here for kids to do. The movie's great. The interactive quiz show, or trivia contest, I should say, is a great one right behind me.
I also want to thank our friends at Kedem.
I want to thank the people at Kedem.
Yes.
Eli mentioned earlier how they're great in not just in distribution, but advice. They've been in this game a long time.
They decided that this would be a good shidduch for us, and they were absolutely right. And hopefully by tomorrow I'll still remember the show.
I was just going to say. Which one? One of them? I never know with Yaakov. I'm supposed to take one glass or two. At least this one's easy to decipher. One's a red and one's a white.
A bottle of red. You know what? We can play that Billy Joel song.
Yeah, that would be cool. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm guessing. I shouldn't guess. I should wait till he comes back and tells us what it is.
Well, there aren't so many choices with the white.
Well, I don't know, because some whites are available in the U.S., some aren't. So I don't know which one we're going to be trying.
Okay. It's possible we are
trying
trying the one, which is the dessert wine.
And is that how it's known? That's not the name, is it? Are we call it Psagot dessert wine? Oh, I like
It
that.
is.
Cool.
That's what Eli says.
All right.
Eli's in charge. I'm gonna switch the headset over to Yaakov.
What did you say, Yaakov? The dessert wine? I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Eli, give us a quick word before we do the tasting. Give us a quick word on Psagot's mission when it comes to Mavushal wines. What did they decide, and what are we doing with Mavushal here at the winery?
Well, for many years we didn't export, we didn't even make Mavushal wine. It was a decision by the winemakers to keep the quality of the wine at a certain level, and many people always feel that by doing Mavushal wine you're compromising the wine, and so we hesitated, producing Mavushal wine. I, on the other hand, always wanted Mavushal wine to give most people the chance to taste the wine. In America especially, the only way you'll get it into a restaurant or at a simcha is if the wine is Mavushal.
Right.
So we were limited to people who actually heard of the wine or would go into the store and buy. So we finally decided that we'll make it, and we've gotten very good feedback from it. Does it compromise the wine? That Yaakov could probably tell you.
I think any winemaker would say yes.
But I think it has to do more with long-term as opposed to short-term. So
well understood, and if people in the U.S. and other areas outside of Israel are listening, it's going to be what we call the M Series.
The M Series.
And all with the name Psagot.
Well, the only thing that we have is the Cabernet Sauvignon in single vineyard and the regular Cabernet Sauvignon and the Edom.
Okay. So, and those are two of your favorites, obviously.
Yes.
So the Cabernet Sauvignon and the Edom wines are available as Mavushal wines. Look for the M Series, and again, the retailers can help you out on that. And if it's in the U.S. and you're at a major event, chances are that's what they are serving. You want a word on this topic, or this is something we've explored a million times? Any real wine person is going to understand the difference between a Mavushal wine and one that's not Mavushal, right?
He will understand the difference, but I'm not sure he'll know which is Mavushal and which is not.
Oh, interesting. It'll be a different taste, meaning.
What Mavushal does as far as winemaking processes, it really speeds up maturity.
Right.
So sometimes you would find wines that when they're very young, they're great Mavushal. And while, for example, the single vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon 2012, which was bottled recently, a few months ago. I tasted them recently. The Mavushal is great.
So
really good.
You're not losing quality. You're getting a good quality, great tasting wine. It just may be a drop different.
The aging process will be different. The speed of the development will be different.
So you would not be surprised if you heard someone say, I like the Cab Mavushal.
I'm telling you right now that I tasted the Cabernet
Yeah,
Sauvignon single vineyard, and I liked the Mavushal personally a lot more.
Meaning there could be somebody who would prefer it over the non-Mavushal from the same year. That could happen.
Definitely.
Right. Understood. Very good point. All right. That's actually a very important point for people to know. All right, Yaakov, you got the crescendo. We're up to dessert. Tell us what we have in front of us.
We have two fortified wines. One is a white, made from Viognier, and one of them red.
And what are they called?
That you have to ask
Eli, is there an official name for these or not?
Quinoa, I think, is the
Simple
white
as that,
wine.
dessert
Yeah,
wine? Is the
dessert
white
wine.
and the red one?
We call it Prat, but as Yaakov told me before, it's not really a port wine.
Right, it's not, but it's a
But
port-like,
it
we
is
could
a-
say, right?
I personally
You don't even
don't
like
think so.
using that.
No, not because I don't like. First of all, it's illegal. I mean, you can't call a port wine that's not from Portugal, from the Douro Valley.
Right.
Beyond that, it's a very different wine. It is made from different grapes, grown in a different region, and harvested at a different time. We'll get to this in a minute when we taste it. I'm not going to talk about the wine. I'll let you experience the tasting on your own.
Would you like me to try the Prat first, or would you like me to try the white dessert wine first?
Let's go for the white dessert.
Okay, white dessert wine from Psagot. I am now leading my crew in a taste of the white dessert wine.
First,
how much drama could we add to this exercise?
You smell.
I am smelling.
You smell. I smell something very distinct.
Very distinct?
I smell melon.
I smell apricot.
It's more apricot than melon, in my opinion. But I'm trying to come up with the Nachum Siegel.
Discerning fruit palate.
I'm trying to come up with the Nachum Siegel smell before I'm influenced by Eli Shapiro's analysis.
You don't smell vanilla.
I thought I did for a minute. It's funny. The initial smell, I thought I had some vanilla in there. There is some peach in there. Very good. So we have
You
peach.
just don't want to say melon.
We have peach, melon, and what did you say? We had peach, melon, and you said?
Apricot.
And it had apricot, right? Peach, melon, apricot.
Boysenberry. I'm just kidding. It's going to be ridiculous about the boysenberry. Rutabaga. Thank you for the flavor.
Oh, this is driving me nuts. I can't really identify something unique here. All right, I'll taste it first. Maybe something will come to me. This is the white dessert wine from Psagot.
You know what? This is not as sweet as a regular dessert wine, which is great because I can't stand lemon sugar.
I got banana. I got banana. I got banana. I got banana. Am I crazy or not?
No, you're not crazy.
I'm not
It's
crazy.
there.
I got banana. That's it. With the taste, got it for me. The taste said, you know what? I got the banana.
Underripe banana.
Maybe. A bitterish banana.
Yes.
Yeah, a bitterish banana. I'd like that in the testimonials. The bitterish banana.
Camembert.
Definitely. Very good. Mature, ripe cheeses.
Ooh,
go
the
very
more I
good.
drink this, the more I like it.
You want to try with the cheese?
Yes.
You like
No,
camembert?
I'm not taking your last piece of cheese over there. What do you think?
Get up and get another piece.
I feel terrible now.
Don't feel that bad.
Let's see what it tastes like.
No, I was making fun at first, but now I'm actually smelling a little banana.
Stop
Oh, yeah, am I right? Now that you've tasted it, there is a banana in there.
Not because it's really there.
In fact, whoever said melon was completely off base.
Yeah, I got to say that in this coming harvest in 2014, we're actually making again a white dessert.
And what do you mean again? Every year doesn't get one?
No.
It has to be right.
It has to be a decision that we're doing it, and we're doing it. It's fun. I personally gained a lot of reputation with making white wines, and this year we're making 5 white wines.
No radio show has had more dead air than this one with everybody tasting wine. But it's unbelievable. It really is good. All right, so I'm going with banana. It's the Psagot dessert wine. That's how you ask for it. And that is something. That is, and yeah, it's not your typical sweet dessert wine. It's not a Riesling. Let's be honest. This is not a Riesling.
No, it's not.
This is a serious dessert wine.
Not a Gewürztraminer.
It's not a Gewürztraminer. I had that the other night. I had that on Thursday night. We had the Gewürztraminer at a Jerusalem restaurant. You know, it was funny. We go to this restaurant Thursday night. I'm with an absolute expert wine drinker and 3 other people. So the one of the 3 others, not me of course, was also enjoyed wine a lot. So the guy says, here's what you're gonna do. He says to the waitress, bring a bottle of, and it was some, I don't know, fancy $300 bottle of wine for this side of the table, and for that side of the table, give them a Gewürztraminer. That's how it works. I ended up having about half a bottle of this stuff, and you're right. This is a completely different taste. All right, so now we move on from the white dessert wine to the Prat. This is the Prat. This will be the last wine of the show. This will be the last wine before Eli Shapiro heads back to Jerusalem, or wherever he's heading. Ooh. Don't tell me. Nobody say anything about this smell. I'm going to come up with this one. Don't tell me anything about a smell. It's, I know what this is. You're not going to like what I have to say about this. You're not going to like this. You big wine people are not going to like what I'm about to say about this. You ready? I'm going to risk our relationship with Psagot Winery right now. I'm putting it all up for grabs. You ready? There is a hint. This is only smell. I haven't tasted it yet. There is a hint of Pesach wine in here in the smell. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong?
You know what?
Did you smell it?
I smell raisin.
You smell raisin.
Very
This
strong
was a great
raisin.
show.
This was a good show till now, huh? Well, that's it. But you know what I mean? It's got that. There's something.
It's got that shmuramatza going.
It's not shmuramatza. It's got that. I don't know. The second I smelled it, I said, you know what? It smells Sederish.
Smells like Shavers.
I could see putting this in my charosas.
Yeah, charosa,
No, I'm
that's
serious.
true.
I could see putting this in charosas.
That's right.
fine.
You know why? Because charosa has nuts in it.
Yes.
And that's what
And
you
this-
smell here.
And raisins.
Thank you.
Raisins
Just
and
salvage
nuts.
the whole show. Now, 1 second before we taste this wine. Okay, did anybody only smell it and not taste it yet? Did you smell it yet?
I had 3 glasses.
So you already tasted it.
That I would say.
Yaakov, give me your smell analysis. I don't know why nothing else pops into my mind there.
Okay, you have here a typical late harvest wine. You have here dried figs,
Oh, that's what I should have said. I should have said figs.
raisins,
And the raisins is so obvious, as Ellie said. It's so obvious, and I didn't pick that up.
and carob.
Oh, and I got the carob now. Yes. There is carob in here. This must be amazing with chocolate.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this must be amazing with chocolate.
Chocolate? Somebody say chocolate?
Oh, by the way, cheeses is amazing. Really
This with cheese, you mean?
matured, spicy cheeses like
Sharp cheese.
Stilton. Matured
Stilton
Stilton would be
cheese.
great.
What about blue cheese?
It's a blue cheese.
How about my favorite smoked mozzarella cheese? Would that be a good pair? All right, now so for some tasting. I did the smelling. That is good.
There's dead air.
I know. The show's a disaster from the dead air standpoint. Are you kidding? Is it the way? Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. Ooh, how about the camembert? Here.
What is it? What is it? I'm tasting it. What is it? Thank you. What is it? Somebody. I'm not going to cheat yet. I'm not going to turn to Yaakov. Anybody else?
What?
Ellie, what is it?
The alcohol's a little stronger,
Correct.
but the finish is very robust and fruity.
See, it's funny. He's right that the alcohol's stronger. But there's that, again, I would you stop laughing? I said
give you 15 minutes before you fall asleep in the car.
I said this about the other one. There is a great sweet finish to it, and that's what attracts a guy like me. There's a great sweet finish to this.
I can't wait for
Hey,
Jay
Leo and
Book's show.
Teaneck, I'm coming in for some prat. You better have a case. This is great
I
stuff.
can't wait for Jay Booksbound to hear this show.
Jay won't believe it. He'll think it was a stand-in.
I think it was totally staged.
This is good. This is good.
The dried figs and the raisins are just as if you're almost drinking liquid raisins and dry figs.
It's delicious.
That
It's
is
really
delicious.
You have to really like your shop's company to share this with
No, it explodes in your mouth, I think.
Exactly. There's a burst of taste explosion.
Robust.
Yeah, robust. You said. Okay, I'm gonna take a nap and then we'll wrap up the show. Yaakov, this has been great. A real delight.
Thank you.
I have even greater respect for winemakers after meeting you and speaking with you during all this time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's amazing the varieties. It's taken till this age for me to realize it, and it's been a slow process. Anybody who's watched me mature in the wine industry knows that it's been a very slow process, but it's enjoyable once you get to a point where you can appreciate wines like this. It really is enjoyable.
Very much.
So kol hakavod. Eli will do our closing words coming up and remind everybody about Psagot. This has been a great experience so far as we start to wrap things up from Psagot Winery in Israel. Everybody out there, you can check them out online. And, of course, as we always say, They are looking for visitors. They want more and more and more people to come see their visitor center that they are in association with the Binyamin Regional Council, and of course, to come and taste the wines and to enjoy this incredible experience. It's a lot of fun. It's a family environment. It is it's a wonderful way to spend the day, that's for sure. So check out the Psagot Winery, and when you come here, whether it's toward the end of the summer or during Sukkot, check them out. Get your cab driver, your tour guide, or whoever's leading you through Israel to get you to the Psagot Winery as soon as possible. Aryeh Kunstler, as we start to wrap things up on a Thursday live lunch at the Nachum Segal Network.
Shalom bimromav, v'yasa shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru amen. Osa shalom bimromav, v'yasa shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel. Shalom, Aleinu, Aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom, Aleinu, Aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru. Shalom b'romav, v'yasa shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom, aleinu, aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom, aleinu, aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru amen. Yaseh shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu, aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru amen. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu, aleinu, v'al kol Yisroel, v'imru
All right, wrapping things up from the Psagot Winery here in Israel, and I thank everybody here for their hospitality. Eli Sales, what a way to reunite. You're running quite an operation here, to say the least, and I thank you for inviting us. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
I'll continue to encourage our American listeners to check out the Psagot wines. A lot of great kosher wines out there, and these, of course, are right up there on the list. Easiest thing for people to get information is to go to the web.
www.psagotwines.com.
Information about the Visitors Center and about the wine tasting bar is all there. You can make it a family event. It's only 20 minutes from Jerusalem, as was pointed out a few minutes ago. It's just 20 minutes from Jerusalem.
Again, depending on where you are in
Right.
Jerusalem.
And on top of that, you get an opportunity, if you have a guide or a driver who knows anything about this area, to see Jewish history.
Correct.
You're in a region that's simply remarkable.
It's incredible what you see here.
So everybody take advantage, and I thank you again. And wishing you that this upcoming harvest will be a great one, just like the others.
Oh, thank you, Amen.
What else
Right.
do you wish a wine man? You want a good harvest, don't you? All right, everybody, I thank you for tuning in. A live lunch Thursday here at the Nachum Segal Network. More coming up. Keep it at NachumSegal.com and jmnam.org. And continue to enjoy our amazing programming. If you're on the app, the NSN app, the Nachum Segal Network app, you can comment on this and every show simply by going to the homepage of the app and putting your comment in. You'll see it there at the bottom right. It says, add a comment. You've been listening to the Nachum Segal Network live from the Psagot Winery. And we thank you for listening in and being part of this as our incredible programming continues here at jmnam.org and NachumSegal.com.